take it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Looking for a crease to the left. Turning on the Jets. He's loose. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Orange. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Wasting no time taking a shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time, it's complete. Oh, a lot of space. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's caught. It's McCray. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 37.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just Put those two things together, and you're just pretty amazing.
Catch in the middle, it's Humphries. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Syracuse. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, UTSA. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll try the left side. He's out past the 35. Turning it on. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cuse. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. And the Roadrunners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score all time.
First play of the period will be a second down. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Manning. With the catch, it's McCray. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it down the left side. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Orange. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
21.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
The sure hands, it's Robinson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Coleman. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Robinson. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Roadrunners want to move quickly. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He fires a bullet to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Roadrunners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Manning. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Syracuse.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Syracuse 38, UTSA 28.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Right down the middle. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. It's a running room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the...
Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on second and long.
And I know that play broke down. That is one the offense, I think, would like to have back because you practice these type of scramble situations all week long. Quarterback this time flush to his left.
He's got it on the outside. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
With the catch, it's Udo. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets a big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incomplete.
Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll set up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, UTSA! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 13.
Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Here's the handoff. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First and 10. They'll give it to him again. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the air. It's Manning. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll try the run. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. Syracuse might take a shot here on second and short.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Syracuse 38, UTSA 35.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Going with the ground game left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Leaves him with the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Manning. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And what an inopportune moment to throw that INT. They're barely holding on to a lead here late in the game. And that's a situation, David, as a quarterback, where you've got to be so good with your decision-making and ball security. That mistake could really cost his team.
And this defense, that is just what they needed. Man, you're down late in the football game, and now you get a chance to give your offense the football to go possibly take the lead in this game. Great job by this defense when they needed it the most.
Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Guided out of bounds at the 34, and the running game really coming through.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you want to get them to 3rd and long. Obvious passing situations. Because they won 2nd down and they got that big sack, they put them in the predictable 3rd down. They win and probably force the punt here.
He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was... Will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over. First and 10.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's White. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, going to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Underwood.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. He got a little at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be calling a hot route. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Coleman. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wants to change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Racing to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Pitt!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
UTSA, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Good timing on the quick out. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Roadrunners will hustle to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, 1st down and more. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
The throw to the outside is complete.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Pittsburgh 14, UTSA 0.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll throw on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Throwing right. He's got an open man. There he goes. The 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to scramble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half.
He's loose down the middle. There he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Roadrunner.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
And he makes the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Open field on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Panthers line it up with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Picked off to stop the threat. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, UTSA! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
On to attempt the try. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Back open in the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Gets it out fast. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for a huge play. Got it inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Panthers.
number 4.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Roadrunners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Roadrunners come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Breaks the tackle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
Try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Going right to work up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. The offense fortunate to still have the ball, but also facing a big 3rd down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a little off. Incomplete. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. On 3rd down, going up top. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they've regained the lead.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can go.
He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. The quick out. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Coleman. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have...
He unleashes a long one. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. For the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Udo. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions, trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
Still running at the 40. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Let's it fly. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Wide open spaces. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute... dime.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's caught downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score! Touchdown, Panthers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Udo. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Roadrunners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Keeps it on the draw.
Running back the ball carrier.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires downfield. It's caught.
Love the 3rd down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, I think the running back is showing you his experience and his awareness. I love that run. Not so much about the game. I love the fact that he didn't run out of bounds. A lot of younger guys probably would have done that. You've got the lead here late. You want to bleed the clock. Really, really smart decision that time by the running back.
A shot toward the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down. will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Key. Grab near the marker, it's Knight. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Turning on the Jets. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. The Roadrunners look to keep this drive humming. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's third and goal. Sends it back in motion. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It is good! And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. On the direct snap, it's Key. Here's a heat. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one.
Brings it in down the left side. And there was lots of space as he gets into the 39-yard line. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's loose. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room. To be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Knight. He's looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
And the Roadrunners are threatening on 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UTSA.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Roadrunners. did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he made the extra point without problem. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Got a little room. And there he goes. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Udo. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Dances away to buy time. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Yeah, and the QB, tell you what, he does a good job of buying time, scrambling outside of the pocket to the left, but the defense holds true, understands their responsibilities. I can't just leave my guys deep. Good coverage, which leads to the overtime.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Knight. Going deep. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Key. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. The Roadrunners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, UTSA.
Really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Back to pass, it's Knight. Under fire. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Direct snap. It's Key. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He lets it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the 1st half. runners will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, out of space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Rams in with the stiff arm. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Shows him the stiff arm. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And man coverage when they get up in their face.
And the Roadrunners will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Back to throw, it's Raiola. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
And the Wolverines need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Got him downfield.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's White. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Plows through the defense. Showing off the arm. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Gamecocks are on the move. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
But how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense won.
On the snap, it's Coleman. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. And the Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. That's reeled in, it's right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's White. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Going to swing it on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's White. Turning it on. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. And some room to work. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play and a first down just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
On the direct snap, it's Coleman. Touchdown, UTSA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 25. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Udo.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Roadrunners come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He rifles one deep to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Direct snap. It's Coleman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Franklin. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Udo. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
Bring in the heat. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Floating away. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll move the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory. He might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays.
Looking for the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, big